So guys, your students are going to be from A0 to A1 level, basically beginners, okay? So what does it mean is when you start to teach English, you start by teaching from the very beginning. So the very basic stuff is to be. What does that mean? So basically to be is you first begin to explain I, we. You begin to explain the pronouns they, you. You tell them what does it mean, you write it down, they write it down, translate. After that, 1 second. After that, you begin to link pronouns with the verb to be. So you say, for example, if you describe yourself, you say, I am. I am a pilot. Or let's not say pilot, let's say I am a teacher. Okay, I am a teacher. Then they will ask you, why do we have a? And this is where you explain. In the same lesson, you explain. We add a or an before nouns, right? If it's a job, if it's a person, if it's a thing, then you explain to them the same thing. We are. So if we talk about us, we say, we are friends. We are friends. If it's plural, we add s. If it's singular, we add a. Very simple. Then you go with he, she, it. Same thing, is. She is beautiful. He is smart. It is a cat. Okay, they write it down, they say it, they understand it, they pronounce it. After that, you go and tell them, okay, let's do the negative. So for example, I am. So before it was I am a teacher. Now it is going to be I am not a pilot. I am not a pilot. Okay? Отрицание. You give the negatives. We are not lazy. We are not lazy. You just do the negatives for all the rest. They are not, you are not, he is not, she is not, etc. Then, when you finish this, when they write it down, when they say it, you go to questions. So you say, when we make a question, so instead of saying I am a teacher, you just mix these letters. So you say, am I a teacher? So you ask yourself, am I hungry? Am I angry? You have these questions. Same thing goes with we. So you say, are we friends? If you ask somebody, are we friends? For example, are they fat? Is she smart? So you make questions and then you teach them how to answer. So if they answer, they say, yes, she is. There is no need to repeat, yes, she is smart. You let them know, because a lot of students make mistakes. They always repeat. No, she is. No, she isn't. If it's negative answer. You basically explain to them that this answer is enough. There is no need to repeat and say, no, she is not smart. No need, right? This is the answer. So you go, this is the first lesson, the basics. So it's a positive, negative, and question. In other words, you can say affirmative, negative, question with all pronouns. At the same time, guys, when you have the time, or locate some time, maybe in the beginning or in the end, To explain, like I said, an, like for example, an orange, and if it's a singular, if it's plural, you add s. Also explain to them how and when do we use the. So when can I say the table or a table? You explain to them these basics. So this should take you this should take you one lesson. The second lesson is going to be practice. If you can also make the practice in the first lesson, you can do it as well. So you can open a picture of a table and you can, for example, let them describe. So for example, if there is a cat on the table, they can say, it is a cat. Хорошо. What else can we say? It is on the table. Okay. Why do we use the table? Well, because we know what table we talk about. It's not a foreign or alien table. Okay. What else can we say? A cup of coffee. So you can say it is, or you can replace it with a cup of coffee. You can say a cup of coffee. It's basically it, right? A cup of coffee is on the table. Or you can open a picture of people on the beach and you can tell them, describe the woman. They will say, or you can give them a Russian word or Russian description and they can translate. So if you see, for example, a European lady on the beach, so you can say, with two children, right? She has two little babies. So you can say, in Russian, you can say, for example, she is a positive mom in Russian. And they will say in English, she is a good mother. Nice. Then you can also make a negative example. You can say, she is not fat in Russian. So they will translate and they will say, she is not fat. And then you have a question. So you can ask them in Russian, is she a mother? So they make a question, is she a mother? So this is the practice. This is practical steps. A lot of students complain that teachers give them theory. If you go to language schools, if you go to basic schools, teachers just teach theory. They don't teach practice. So this is the practice that you give them. You describe a picture. You tell them what's on the table, on the beach. You can also say, the woman is on the beach. She is on the beach physically. If she is swimming, you can say she is in the sea. No, same thing, she is. In Russian, you can say she is, она является. She is in the sea. So the first, you can say the first, it depends on the student. You know, some students are very smart. They sleep early, they eat well, so they understand fast. Some students understand in a very, like some students' brain work very slow. So you need to explain this whole thing in 3 lessons. From lesson 1 to 3, you need to teach them this whole thing. You need to give them enough time to practice with homework. And so by the 3rd lesson, they must be able to translate any sentence. Simple sentence. He is a happy he is a happy boy. She is not a positive woman. He is on the beach. She is not on the beach. They must be able to say this by the 3rd lesson. If the student is very smart, their IQ is high, maybe 1 to 2 lessons for everything. Okay. Any questions, guys?
So the lesson has to be is around 1 hour, and we, for all of this 1 hour, need to explain all of these topics.
Yes, it's very simple actually. Yes. Well, I tell people that my lessons are 50 minutes. This is the American standard 50 minutes, not 1 hour is European or Russian or so like Kazakhstan, Russian. You can use American method. You can say 50 to 55 minutes, you know. So if you get late or if you have some time. So yes, you can have enough time to explain it in one lesson. So for example, this is your time, right? So okay. So let's say 10 minutes is not in the lesson. So you can dedicate first 10 minutes and you can explain this. I, we, they, you, they will write it down, translate. Even 5 minutes, like it's very simple. And then you can also, and after that, you explain I am not. So you can take for this whole explanation plus minus question, you can set yourself 20 minutes. So half of the lesson, you explain this. After they write this down, they practice with you the last 20 minutes or the last 25 minutes, you can give them practice. So you can open a picture from Google about jobs. So you can have jobs, for example, police, journalist, and you can describe the people. So you can see a picture of a woman, a journalist. So you can tell the person, say in English, you will speak in Russian and you will say, скажите, она журналист. So they will be able to say, she is a journalist. Because they will see the job, and they will see the job, so they can say journalist. After you open a picture, you can open another picture from Google or a book. I can share my materials. You can open a picture, a woman on the beach or people on the beach, and you can say the same thing in Russian. Mom, friend, girl, boy, baby, basic words. If you don't have enough time, second lesson, you continue practicing. People on the beach. Потом you talk about objects on the table, computer on the table, cat on the table, glass on the table. То есть now it's location. Right now it's not just people's jobs and happy, smart, fat. Это уже не то. Now it's more about location. Under the table, on the street, behind the table. Но то же самое, the same lesson является. It is. Оно является. In present time. Next week, you do the same thing, but you talk about past. I was. Same thing. То же самое. Nothing new. The only difference is I was. The next week, third week, you talk about future. I will be. If people understand very fast, you can take I was in the third lesson of the same week. Basically, you need to understand and see how students are understanding. If they understand everything in one lesson, some students have basics. Some students have basics. Not everyone is going to be like, from the blank. So if students understand everything from lesson 1, then lesson 2 will be about past. If they understand everything about the past, lesson 3 will be about future. If they understand everything in the first week, the next week, Monday, you review. You give them tests, you give them quiz. The whole lesson, they must be able to mix future, past, present, past, future, on the table, under, behind, she is, she on. They must be able to say everything. Then if they understand it, you go to the next grammar. Это у нас грамматика to do. You explain. I do. I don't. И вопрос, question, do I. You do the same thing. You say, I do homework. I don't drink tea. Do I sleep? On the table. Same thing. First lesson. To do. Then you go to the past simple. But this time it's action. To do. So you say, for example, I did, I didn't, and then the question, did I? Then future, I will be. I will drink coffee. I will not drink coffee, etc. So this whole process should take you guys 1 to 3 weeks to explain everything. Week 4, you open the book. Open the book of A1 level and you begin to study by the book, because the books already start with questions like what are you from, how are you, numbers, cities, and it will be easy for students to go. You study and teach, they study and you teach them for 3 months. They finish A1 level. When you go with the book, guys, when you open the book, everything is simple. You just open the book, you study, they study 2 pages. For example, you have unit 1A, to же самое, 1A. You have reading, you have listening, you have speaking, you have grammar. You have grammar. So that's it. 4 exercises: reading, listening, speaking, grammar. Every lesson has 4 things. You finish this and that's enough. For 50 minutes, for 55 minutes, that's enough. You can teach 2 pages in this time. And then you just do it every single lesson. You prepare and you teach, prepare and teach. Nothing hard. Any questions?
So before teaching the students, we actually need to call them and maybe to know which level they have of English level or something. Like first, it's not even a lesson, maybe just a simple call to know which level of English they have.
Yes. So
Mhm.
let me explain. Yes. So look, when you text students, hello, do you want to learn English? They will say yes. You tell them, okay, introduce yourself. You ask them, introduce yourself. Say something about yourself. Or you can also, so they, maybe you call them, maybe they record a voice message, but you can understand their level on your first lesson. You can say yes. They join your Zoom link. You see them, you meet them, and then what happens? You say, okay, guys, how do we say? You can test them. For example, you can open a picture and you can say, okay, say please in English, she is a beautiful woman. If they tell you and if they say, she beautiful woman, if they don't say is, you say, okay, let me explain. A lot of people have the basics. People are not stupid. People can say she's smart, she beautiful, but most people, 80%, they need this basics. Like they don't know when to use a or an. They don't know when to use is, are. They don't know how to describe. So you still have to go through this. Even if some people's level is high. Like if you have a student of A2 level, you see they speak English normally, they have they have excellent knowledge on the basics, then you send the students to me, or you send the student to other teachers, and you who teach higher levels. Like my basic requirement is that you guys help students from A0 to A1. That's it, 3 months. Most students will be in A1. То есть they will not be A0, of course, but they will not be A2. They will be A1. То есть they know the basics. They know maybe how to describe. Maybe they know these things already. But everything that I explained, maybe they know. But they don't know it in a very good way. So you still have to explain this. Believe me when I say it, Lydia, a lot of students, you will think that you will meet a lot of students and you will think that they understand the basics. They will think that they know everything. But no. They know everything. Everything is mixed in their head. It's mixed. But you will still need to explain. To be, to do. When you explain everything, then, and you test the students, and they have no mistakes, then you go to the next. You open the book and you start by the book. But believe me when I say this, 80% of students need to start from the zero, from the beginning. A lot of my students, they are A1 level, they can speak English, but they don't know the basics. So I still go with the basics. Even if they understand English, even if they speak maybe good, I still go with the basics. Any questions?
No, I guess no questions. I got everything.
So the students have to be and to do exact
Yes.
understanding,
Yeah.
and
First
after
week.
that
First,
book, and after 3 months to you, yes?
yes. So to be, to do. Yes. So this is, so you can explain, yeah, to be is going to be 1 to 2 weeks. So you talk about past, you talk about present, and you talk about future. Same thing to do. You talk about past, you talk about present, you talk about future. And this is also 1 to 2 weeks. So, like I said, some students are very smart. Maybe you can finish this in 1 week and this is the second week. In 2 weeks, if you can
Okay.
finish this, excellent work. You start by the book. If the student is a very slow in understanding, maybe they don't know English, maybe their IQ is low, maybe I don't know. Many like people are different. Some students can study the same like to be 4 weeks. I have a student, it's a third week, and I still tell her to be. She is, I am, she is, and she forgets. And I go again to be. She is, I am, they are. Some students maybe they need, some students may need 5 weeks. No, это, конечно, it's a rare case, but like I said, mostly 1 to 2 weeks, you must explain to be. If you have questions
Okay.
to be, you can Google as a teacher. Google can help you. If you don't know anything, you can prepare for the lesson beforehand. Any questions, guys?
No
So
questions.
can we? Okay, Max, you can first.
Sorry.
No questions, Lydia. You can.
Lydia, yes.
I just want to ask, can we add to this program like our own lessons, for example, maybe lessons by listening the music and watching some kind of little clips from movies or like our own little program?
Yes. Before, yes, Lydia. I actually have a video on YouTube where I explain to students how should you teach the lesson. So when I was a teacher, I was like offline teacher or even online teacher. The last 5 to 10 minutes can be about songs. So they can sing a lyric with you. So you can maybe open a song and they can see these lyrics and they sing la la la, like you can also open some movies. The last part of the lesson is extra. So for example, here you can, of course, open some movie parts, but Lydia, you can also, what you can do is you can open, like the best way to learn English is to open a movie that they already have seen. So if they have seen Avatar in Russian, you can open it in English and they will still understand. Even if their level is low, they will understand it's better. If you open new movie, they will have a hard time to understand. Of course, if you only teach grammar for the whole lesson, it may be boring. So you can also have some reading. I can share with you a website. It's from Lingua. I paid like 10 months, 2 months ago, $10, no problem. I will give you the password and the username. You can use it for free. I paid it, like I use it for myself. Sometimes we read texts, like A1 texts, A2, B1, and it's a very nice website. You can also play, like a lot of readers, American, British, you can play and people can listen. And you can also answer questions. So it's a really good website. I can also share the password. So yes, explain the grammar, but also yes, try to add some reading or maybe some videos, maybe some singing, so that the lesson is fun, so that it's not boring. Yes, but don't forget the most important thing is to explain to be as much as possible in the first 2 weeks. Okay, any other questions? Hello?
No questions, пока что
Yeah,
нет
no
вопросов.
question.
No questions. Guys, what I teach you, what I tell you, what I show you is a basic guideline for how the lesson has to be. Of course, every teacher is different. You can add your own touch. You can add pepper, you can add salt, you can add sugar here. It's your personal touch. You can add anything you like, but don't forget that in the first 2 weeks, you have to teach this grammar to be in the best possible way. Okay?
Yep, okay.
Sorry, Lydia, I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Deb, okay.
Okay, perfect, guys. Okay. Lydia, I will finalize your picture today. I will send you your picture in maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and I will send you the students that are interested in studying English. So I want you to text them. So when you text them, you say, "Hello, my name is Lydia. Do you guys want to study English, or were you interested in studying English?" Or you can say, "My name is Lydia. I'm an English teacher. Do you want to study English, or are you interested?" Because it's like, do you know, Lydia, do you have any experience in sales, or do you know people who work in sales?
In sales, actually, no.
No worries. So basically, you text people, and you text people the second day, the third day, if they don't answer. And after the third day, you begin calling people. So you start to call them 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. If you do the 6 and they don't answer, you archive. It's like archive. You archive them, and we will send it to another teacher. Maybe they will respond later. Maybe now they are busy, they're working, so it's not a problem.
Sorry. So you mean I need to text them like 3 times, and then I need to try to call them 3 times if they even didn't answer. So I send them to the archive. Yes.
Yes. So you text them
Okay.
day 1. You send them a message. "Hello, my name is," you say Kamal, for example. "I'm an English teacher." And then you ask them a question. "Did you want to learn English? Or did you find an English teacher?" You can say, "Did you find an English teacher?" If they say yes or no, then you can start to talk. If they read your message, they don't answer, day 2, you record a voice message. Sometimes people like to listen to people's voices. They need to feel your energy. They listen to your voice. "Oh, it's a nice lady. I like her vibe." Maybe, they answer. Or maybe you can send a text message and record day 1. Then day 3, you ask them, like, "Are you interested?" In Russian, it's "Aktualna." Are you interested? Just one word, "Aktualna." If not, day 4, you call them. Day 5, you call them. Why do I say this? Because, guys, 1 student equals, for you, for now, 57,400 tenge. 1 student. So it's very important. This is per month. In 3 months, the students are, I don't know, 168,000 for 1 course, 3 months, 1 student. So every student is a good money. So you have to call them, text them, like it's your, how to say, it's your piece of bread, right? It's your bread. Did you guys fill the blanks? Okay, Max, you filled it. Lydia, did you fill it with Snezhana, or you have some questions you need to add? You don't understand some questions, right?
Yeah, we didn't actually understand some questions. It's about our not address. I don't know, identical number maybe. I just have
Yes.
which number is it?
Yes.
Let me find.
So it's like your Kazakhstan tax number. Do you have anything like tax number in Kazakhstan?
No.
No, you don't have. Okay, I will ask I actually asked my accountant, and she's thinking about like what you can type there. I will also watch more videos on YouTube, and I will explain exactly what to do. But okay, and Did you guys?
We also had questions about if you open the blank about 5, 6, 7, and 10 like questions. We don't know how to fill it.
Okay, guys, I will make a video. I will record a video for all teachers how to what to say, what to write. I will call my accountant right now. We will talk about it, and after she explains everything to me, I will record a video and I will explain everything to you, and I will upload it, guys, to Notion. I will upload it to Notion to teacher's page, okay?
Yeah, okay. And it also would be comfortable to show us, like, as an example, how it must be shown here.
I got it, of course. Max, I will do the same thing for you. I will send you students that are interested in English, students that want to study English, and you will also say the same thing. Hello, my name is Max. I'm an English teacher. Mr. Kamal gave me your contact. He told me you want to study English. Or you cannot say Mr. Kamal, you just can say marketing agency gave me your contacts and they told me you are interested in English. Are you interested in English or do you want to study English? See what they say. Believe me, guys, I will tell you this. I was texting students. Sometimes I text people 15 times. Like, in Russian, in Russian, you can say zayobovat. But it's not zayob. People are busy sometimes, right? People are driving, they can be sleeping, some people have a lot of groups on Telegram, a lot of groups, they don't see your message. Поэтому never think that you are harassing people or you are politely and kindly reminding them to study English. So there is one lady, her name is Kira, she's my student now, and she became my student because I was texting her for 2 weeks every day, or like every 2 days I was saying, good morning, are you ready to study English? Good morning, do you want to study English? Hey, let's study English. Актуально. Проведем пробный урок. Let's have a demo lesson. What do you think? When I was texting her for 2 weeks and she was like, oh, nice, okay, sorry for the ignore, I didn't see your messages, I was busy and I have a lot of groups and you didn't give up. No, вы настойчиво прям, like you motivated me. Okay, let's do it. She said thank you. So if people ignore you, it's not bad. Keep texting, and people will become your students. Believe me, guys. If people say, for example, if people tell you to your face, stop texting me, of course you stop texting and you don't text them no more. You respect people. You don't text. But if they don't tell you to your face, stop, you can remind them because they may be, you never know what people are doing, right? Some people are maybe cleaning toilets. Some people are busy. Some people maybe have problems. Some people don't see your message. So you need to always remind them. You need to remind them. You need to get their attention, да? Их attention. Внимание их должны как-то получить. Okay, guys, any questions?
Everything is clear, no questions, bro.
Max, clean. Lydia?
Same.
Clean. Okay, guys, thank you so much for today. I will see you soon, guys.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome, bro.